Good morning, everybody. Today is September 28th. Dr. Vuong here with a very quick COVID update because there's not much that's new to report. The Midwest area is lighting up, like I said, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, Iowa. 195,000 cases. That was the catch up from the weekend. So we're not, I mean, that's still a lot of cases, but it's not the 260, 270,000 that we were seeing just 10 days ago. So numbers are definitely coming down, but I think it's just a temporary pause, okay? We still have football games and events and school, back to school and all that jazz. But, you know, for what we're gonna see, I get this question about boosters and stuff, you know, and dosing for kids. Just remember, like, when Pfizer probably this week, at the end of this week, will submit their data for children. And remember, the dosing is 30 micrograms for a normal dose of messenger RNA for Pfizer. And for pediatrics, they've lowered it to 10 micrograms. And it's not an exact science. Why 10, Dr. V? And why 5? What you know, what happens if you're 4 years, 11 months, and 29 days old? Like, you don't qualify? What if you're big for your size? Have you ever seen like a little 8-year-old next to like a really tall 5-year-old? So it's not an exact science, but we do know you can't treat kids like little people. But this is what the data has shown. Like, they've tested this on patients, and my heart goes out to all the parents who were willing to sign up their kids to test for this. And this has been in the history of science, guys. Like, there were always people that went before us. There were people this time last year, who signed up and volunteered for the vaccine trials, and got dosed, and they didn't know if they got the placebo or the actual dose. So people come before us. And what I find a little infuriating is like, people still think these vaccines are untested or unstudied or rushed or whatever. And here's 40,000 in just the Pfizer alone, 20,000 in the placebo, 20,000 in the tested arm, 40,000 people who volunteered so that we could get through this pandemic. It's just crazy. So kudos to the parents who put their child up for that. And it's a best guess, man. Like, what is our best guess to give the most coverage, the most response between the ages of 5 to 11? They chose 10 micrograms. Then you do the study. I mean, this is science. You do the study, and you watch the kids for reactions. First of all, safety reactions, and then they tested the antibodies. So now, imagine having your 5-year-old kid, get stuck and blood withdrawn, so you can spin and actual test the levels of neutralizing antibodies to see if you had a good response, and then you have to follow them. And then I think there was, at one point, they needed to enroll more kids so you could get better data. So that's what they did. And here we are. They'll probably be submitting it at the end of this week. And then the FDA will, they're going to make it a priority, that's what they say, to review the data. So we're probably talking about a couple of weeks. And then they'll debate it, and then they'll pass it on to the CDC. So we're really looking at, Friday's my birthday, October 1st is my birthday. And then, maybe Halloween will be approved, probably closer to, honestly, like the first week of November. In which case, Eric and I have talked about it. We can't wait to get Mason her shot to protect her so we can have some level of normalcy. Now, although she'll be vaccinated, we're still going to wear our masks. We're still going to, wait till this Delta surge clears out of Texas here, out of Houston. We still don't do indoor dining, outdoor dining. We cook at home. We grill outside. I'm lucky to have a nice backyard. Mason wears a mask on the playground, and she'll continue to wear a mask on the playground even though she's vaccinated. Because remember, it's 2 doses. You got to give it 2 months. So you're talking, let's say she gets her first dose beginning of November, second dose beginning of December. You got to give yourself 2 to 3 weeks minimum. I would say 4 weeks for full coverage. I'll check her with my rapid antibody test. And so we're talking, Christmas time. We're going to feel a lot better gathering. But that's the idea, man. And it's okay if you don't choose this for your life. No one's begging you to get vaccinated. And no, I do not get paid by Big Pharma. You know, I get paid nothing. I'm retired. I actually kind of unretired myself this week, but, you know, just this is the world you live in. Dr. V, what about all these doctors and teachers who are leaving and quitting and not refusing the vaccine? Dude, they are a minority. You're talking about 97% of healthcare providers have gotten vaccinated. Don't pay attention to the 3%. I mean, somebody's got to graduate last in class, right? I mean, somebody's got to graduate in the bottom of their nursing school or med school, man. So, you know, and same thing for teachers. I mean, you can't sit here and tell me before COVID you didn't bitch and complain about a teacher. They're not all great teachers. I love my teachers. Not all great teachers. But, you know, whether you agree or disagree or approve or don't approve, like, this is the world you live in. And I've been telling you this for months. And it doesn't care. Doesn't care. You are going to need to show a vaccination card in some places if you want to go to indoor dining, if you want to go to restaurant bars. Otherwise, you can move your ass to Florida or here in Texas. You know, I don't know. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow for another COVID update.